Hello.
Good morning, guys.
Hi, guys. How's it going?
Yeah, it's kind of a rainy morning.
But that's okay. That's
Yeah.
all right. So we're a couple of zombies this morning.
Yes, very much.
So I'm glad you guys are here. I'm markalanfrance, your guide to good food. And this is the queen of kumquats, Tricia Morrissey.
I don't grow citrus fruit, just so you know.
Well, I mean,
Aren't they
something.
citrus?
Kumquats?
Yeah.
No, nothing wrong with the kumquat.
No, I didn't say there was.
No. So we're glad you guys are here. Yes, like Tricia said, it is kind of drizzle. It's drizzling in the dismal outside. But we're gonna
You made up a
brighten it
new
up.
word.
Yeah. So I actually saw yesterday. I had originally planned something else for today, and you're trying to get out of that light.
Well, that light is ridiculous.
It's okay.
Blinding.
Okay.
For our audience.
We'll just here. We'll put you over here.
Well, hold on. While you're
And I'll
talking,
put my head.
I'm getting my coffee.
Okay, that's fine. So, anyways, we're glad you guys are here. Yesterday, we had originally planned a different episode for today, which we're going to save till later. Unnecessary. So instead, today I saw online Lorna Lyman had posted on her Facebook something that she had made, and it was a baked oatmeal, and I was like, why don't we have baked oatmeal? I know that we did the loaded oatmeal. And I was like, but why don't we do a baked oatmeal? And so I looked around, tried to find some recipes. Of course, I'm going to tweak it. That's what I do. So I found one it's an apple pie baked oatmeal.
I'm just
so good. Oh, you're trying. Oh, you grew taller.
I did for the moment because that light is just.
I shrunk.
Camera magic.
You're a giant.
What? Don't ever tell a girl she's a giant. That's not. No, don't do that.
Oops. Anyways, so I was like, well, why don't we, with this apple pie baked oatmeal, why don't we do a sauce? So I was like, well, we'll do a strawberry apple sauce because we have strawberries.
Yes, we do.
We have some apples. Now, we are going to use two different types of apples. We're going to use my favorite, Granny Smith's, my favorite, and Tricia's favorite. Oh, I'm joking. It's not. It's not a Honey Crisp.
Honey Crisp is one of my favorites. No, it's not a Honey Crisp.
What type of apple is this? Honey?
It's a Red Delicious honey.
Oh, I know what it is. I was just saying if you knew.
Of course I know my apples.
Good. It smells really good.
Yes.
And of course, I'm sure that some people find these laying around. No, it's not a dog toy or dog one. It's a banana. So it looks like a little worse for wear, but that's fine because it's going to go great inside.
It would be good as a sweetener.
Yes. And then we've got some maple syrup. I'll set this over there.
Yep.
And we got our main ingredient, oatmeal.
Yes.
So
I shouldn't say homemade. It's tree made.
It's tree made.
And it's natural. It doesn't have all the additives that some of the store brands have.
Exactly. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to get a bowl without making a mess. I'm being noisy.
I'm just trying to wake the kids up. And me.
Yes, the kids are still sleeping. Must be nice. So it's simple ingredients for this. First thing we're going to do is we're going to preheat the oven to 350 degrees, 355. I pulled everything out already. So we're going to preheat to 355. I wonder what happens if I turn. Does it get way too dark over here? It does. It's like almost like Twilight Zone dark over there.
Well, what if I turn these like here? And then
it won't, no, because it doesn't give us enough light.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm positive.
Actually,
no, it's too dark. We'll have to play around with that. Maybe put some gauze or something. I don't know. So we've got our bowl, and the first thing we're going to do is, could you start the water boiling for me?
Yes.
Thank you,
Water
darling.
boiling in the kettle.
Yes. Yes. So we're going to get some water going. And this calls for 1 cup of rolled oats. So we got the old fashions. We got the Meyer brand today. And as you can see, what's it say right there? Heart healthy. So yes, so these are, it's a good source of fiber.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know how I know?
How do you know?
Because I read right there. So, no, I knew that. But yeah, it's a good source of fiber. But it's 100% whole grain.
Right, and I think in an earlier episode we talked about, or Mark might have talked about how Mark. I haven't had my coffee yet.
Who's Mike?
I don't know, some imaginary friend. Isn't there a Mike in like
Mike and Ike's?
No,
I have
like
no idea.
in the Monsters movie? And Mike Kaskowski or whatever. Anyways, oatmeal's fiber will bind to cholesterol in the blood and help get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
So your body can get rid of it. So that's one of the reasons why it's heart healthy. Fiber is good for you.
Yes, it is. So I've got 1 cup of rolled oats. And what we're going to wait for is we're waiting for that boiling water, because then we're going to need a cup of boiling water. Now, I'm going by the recipe that I found, but I'll just add little things here.
Well, he messes
tweak it
around.
as I go. So we've got a rolled oat. Now it does call for 2 diced.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get it where they can maybe see what you're doing.
2 diced apples. Now, do you want to do that, honey?
Diced apples? Sure.
I'm not sure if you can you handle that.
Yes, you're not asking me to peel them, so I think I
Oh
can
well,
handle that.
we have to peel them.
What?
We do have to peel them. Yeah, of course we do. So
I'm
handy
holding
dandy.
the large knife. You should do what I say. Sorry.
I'm not going to use that knife.
I was dicing them, I thought.
I know, but I have to get the peel off them.
Well, no, that's not a.
So I love
you don't
these
peel.
things.
Do not peel fruit with this type of knife. I do know that.
No. Here's a little quick tip about in regards to using one of these apple cores, which I like. Now,
Yeah, I use them a lot when we do applesauce.
yes. Well, I use them when at the Milford House restaurant when hopefully someday when I get back after this quarantine, I use an apple core for when I'm getting my tomatoes ready to be diced up. I just use the top of the apple core, take my tomato, and I just core the little top off. And it's a little quick tip. Takes care of it. You don't have to sit there and trying to use a little paring knife to get it out.
And why didn't you tell me the secret at home?
Because I wanted to save it as a quick tip.
Okay. Can I? Oh, we need them peeled, right?
Yeah, I'm going to peel it one time.
Where's the paring knife?
I have a paring knife right here.
I could never pare that if I cut myself.
It's okay. I'm not expecting you to be perfect. No, actually, I do. So, I can hear the kitty cats. I see one of them actually. Griffin is over. He's wandering around, and it was funny because he was out here before I came out because he was at the door to the bedroom wanting out, and so I let him out, and then Hannah was scratching at the door after I came out here, and I look over. Griffin went up to the door, and he raised his paw and put his paw a couple times against the door. You could hear Hannah on the other side. And he pawed gently at it, and he turned and looked at me, and it almost pleadingly said, "Please let my sister out."
Good morning, Hannah.
So even though they don't necessarily get along all the time, I know that they like to be around one another.
Yes, they're curious. Hence the adage, curious cat. But I won't finish that.
It's curiosity killed the cat, but we won't.
Well, yeah,
go there.
but I was trying to be nice.
I know. So, all right. So here's some apples right there. Yum, yum apples. So Tricia is, while I'm finishing up this other one over here. She is going to take care of that one. Now, I know that I'm glad we're using these apples, honey. Because this one, you can tell when it's time to get it taken care of.
Takes it out back behind the woodshed.
And beat it. Now, it's the skin starts to get a little shrivelly. It's still fine. It's still good.
Well, that's not the shrivel point, but you want these smaller?
No, that's absolutely fine because it's going to bake in there. And those are going to be nice scrum-diddly-umptious. Notice how I did that?
Yeah.
I stole that from
Willy Wonka.
Wonka.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when I was a kid in middle school, I forget what day of the week it was, but there was always a certain day of the week at school lunch that they served homemade apple crust.
Ooh.
And so on those days, everybody that liked it would bring a little extra money because you would ask for a double serving of the apple crisp. And I'm like, pile it on that tray. But yeah, I was that kid. I'm like, double, please. Yep. Never missed it. Never missed a day. And later on, my mom would always ask, what do you want double? Why do you want this extra money? And I'm like, Mom, it's apple crisp day. She's like, oh. So.
Gotta be careful. Don't get my fingers near where you're cutting. I'd probably lose them.
What?
I finished the last little bit. We'll need to do this one eventually. I'm just putting the top on there. But to guard it a little bit. So we've got how close are we on our?
Well,
okay, our oven is preheated.
And the water is.
Which is good. The water
hasn't started whistling yet, but it's pretty close.
It's getting there. I can hear it building inside. So, and then we're going to take our banana. I'm not going to do it right now because it's scorchy, but we're going to slice that up. And Shirley's on.
Morning, Shirley.
Hi. You know what makes our mornings bright? That light right there. That light makes our mornings bright. Most definitely.
And you make our morning bright, Shirley. Thanks for tuning in.
Yes, as always. And guess what? Hail Satan. Satan, sorry. I messed up on that one. Hail Satan. So, but yeah. So we're going to be. What I was saying is I'm not going to cut this up yet because it's kind of squishy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead and get that water. That's good. Just 1 cup right here.
Okay. Watch out, it's hot.
Ow! Oh. Okay, good. Now we're going to pour in our 1 cup. And there we go. And I'm going to get a spoon.
1 cup of maple syrup?
No. No. Do
you need this?
Yeah, go ahead and put our diced apples in there. 1 cup of maple syrup. What are you trying to do?
2 cups.
What are you trying to do? Sweeten me up?
Yeah, I am trying to do that.
Sweet. What was that?
What do you mean? What was what?
You gave this weird look. Quit trying to.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
I see how you're looking at that audience. Ooh! So that was an easy peel. It tore right in half.
What happened?
It tore in half. So I'm going to take my knife. And I'm going to cut up the banana. Put that in there. It's a very,
I can't
very.
believe you're actually able to cut it.
It's a very ripe banana. It's very ripe. Now these would be good for banana bread. And another little quick tip. If you have bananas that are going bad and you want to use them for banana bread, but you don't have the ingredients right then, peel the banana, put the banana into a baggie, not a bag, and put it into the freezer.
So like a sandwich Ziploc bag?
Yes, in freezer.
Well, a freezer bag, probably.
And
that way it won't get freezer burn.
Yeah, and it's nice because then you can pull it out later. I know that when I make my little bags of fruit, I will actually put those put that in, some bananas in with the fruit and throw those in the freezer, and that's great. So, we've got our diced apples, we've got our banana. We're going to take half a cup of. I'm getting rid of this orange peel. It's early.
The banana.
I'm getting rid of the banana peel so I don't slip on it. And we're going to take. We need.
That would be entertaining for all of us and not him, but.
I think she just wants me to.
Like the cartoons.
To fall on my butt. So I'm going to put half a cup of raisins in here. Now, these raisins, I love raisins. I love raisins.
He loves raisins.
They're so good.
Here,
I like them.
help you.
Yes, they're kind of, we keep them in the fridge to keep them fresh, but then they get stuck together a little bit. So half a cup of raisins. I'm going to mix that in there, and as you can see, nom, 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 nom. Mix that together, and raisins are healthy too. And these don't have a lot. These don't have a lot of sugar. They don't added sugar to them.
Not added sugar, but natural
But they
sugar
have
once you
natural sugar.
dehydrate that grape. Absolutely.
It's concentrated. Yum yum. Okay, so then we're going to put in. It calls for oat milk, but we're going to put in almond milk.
I mean, you could do rice milk, almond milk, oat milk. Could you do coconut milk? Probably not. Maybe.
It'd be really thick.
Coconut water.
I wouldn't do coconut water. It might be a little excessive, but so we're gonna.
It's always worth experimenting with. I don't know.
That's true. So I'm just gonna fill my half a cup, halfway for a quarter. Pour that in there. Yes, Hannah. Hannah is over here. She is playing her little tune. You know what happens whenever I get out almond milk.
Yeah.
Especially my ultra pasteurized vanilla. I have to have my cup.
Like I have to have my coffee. He's got to have his almond milk.
That's delicious. It's refreshing too. Bananas, avocados, vodka. More vodka and club soda. We actually, ours is, yeah,
Yes, vodka, club soda.
There you go, Shirley.
Bring the club soda over. Yeah.
There's our club soda. We've got a gin week coming up.
Yeah, we do have a gin week coming up.
Gin week's coming up
Heads
soon.
up.
And we have a lot of really cool shows planned out. I have a calendar now, and we're going through there and writing down all these great ideas. Have to work calls. Oh no.
All right. No, go do your job, Shirley. Thanks for tuning in.
No, must stay here.
I will be going to work soon as well.
After we're done with the show, because
Yeah.
she works on the computer,
I
and
kinda
of
need
course we're using the computer at the moment. So once I've got that in there, could you give me 2 tablespoons of maple syrup? Not 2 cups, 2 tablespoons.
Can you move your spoon?
My spoon. Okay. 2. Okay. There we go. So mix that in well. Okay. And then we're going to put in 2 teaspoons of cinnamon and a 1/4 teaspoon nutmeg. So 2 teaspoons. Someone keeps bumping into me. All right. So I'm adding in the 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Yum. And then a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. So right now I can tell that cinnamon is just so strong and it smells so good. So I'm going to pop this top off to get my 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. nutmeg. Adds that little bit of a spice in there. But I am going to do something, like I always say, that I love to tweak. So I'm doing this for one for Shirley. I'm getting it. Here I come. This one's for you, Shirley. Pumpkin pie spice. So I'm going to add in, so it's going to be our apple pie pumpkin pie. I'm just going to add in a heaping quarter teaspoonful. Just add that in there. That's going to give it a nice little, I mean, there's nutmeg in that also, but that adds in so many more spices in here. And you can smell that. It smells so good. I'm going, all mixed together. You've got that, it smells like apple and pumpkin pie in here. So just to show you guys, get your mixture all mixed together. And I'm going to put that into a baking dish. And I got this baking dish right here. I'm going to spray it really quick. We've got our olive oil cooking spray. So I've sprayed that nice and good. And we're going to put this mixture right in here. Oh, that looks so good. Now remember, yes, this is the first time that we've tried this, but of course, there's nothing like tweaking it as you go. So, that you get a little bit of that cinnamon up your nose, and it kind of tickles the back of your throat. So, I've got, there we go. And I'm going to make sure that I get all the little nitty gritties. There we go. See? I'm dripping a little bit. That's all right. That's all right. So once get that done, there we go. Perfect. Now, this guy is going to go into the oven for 30 minutes. I'm taking you guys with me because I don't want you guys to be lonely. So over here, I'm going to set the timer for 30 minutes. Okay, so there we go. 30 minutes. Set. Ready to go. Gonna come back over here. There we go, guys. Now, we are going to introduce, I'm going to move Tricia's coffee because I don't want to spill it. If I were to spill it, she'd kill me. Hi, honey.
Hi.
So,
what did you do?
Nothing. I was telling my head to move your coffee because if I were to spill it, you'd kill me.
Yeah, it could be possible.
Probably hurt me.
Yeah.
So, this is
really.
our new toy.
Our new toy. Oh.
Yes. It is a hot plate.
Yes.
Watch your fingers.
That's all. I know how to use this. I use these at work all the time.
Tricia uses these. I
Not
don't.
this model, but yes, I'm familiar. It's a hot plate. Going back to the old high school chemistry lab or dorm room, which I don't think they're allowed in anymore because it's a fire hazard.
You think?
If you don't know how to use them.
If you don't, yeah. And I'm gonna just call upon you to assist me a little bit.
All right. So what are we looking to do?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, we're going to take some strawberries and we're going to cut them up and we're going to throw them in the pan with some sugar along with an apple. So we need
peeled apple?
A peeled apple. Peeled and cored. Oh, these are some big strawberries, honey.
Yes, they are.
We've got some Sweet Success strawberry
think they're out of California.
They are out of California.
California.
From Oxnard.
They're very yummy.
Look at how big that guy is. The strawberry. The big strawberry. We could put it right there so it covers the light. We'll just dangle it. But yeah, so these are some good sized strawberries that we're going to add in there. Now, this is just a little recipe that I put together. And it's simple. And it's like one of the other ones that I did where I made, where I took all the compote, where I took all the fruits and I just threw them together. But what we're going to do is
what are you making today? It's not a compote?
It's not a compote. It's actually, well, I mean, it is compote.
I was going to say, tell our audience what the difference is, but if it's not.
Well, the compote is, it's actually where you take and you cook down your fruit together. And a lot of times a compote is used as a dessert. But we're going to add a little bit more stuff in there just to have more of a sauce consistency. And this will go great on top of the apple/pumpkin pie oatmeal bake.
Pumpkin pie oatmeal.
I put a little bit of pumpkin pie spice in there. Just a little bit. And it just adds some more flavor, which is good. So
it took me a long time to do that, but
oh my gosh.
Don't look at how much apple's on the peel.
Yeah, I think this apple was like this big, and now it's this big. But at least Tricia was able to peel it. That's good.
And I did it in private.
Yes, she had to turn away.
Because I didn't want you to go, oh my gosh.
Oh, hello. Virtual dinner party. Hello, Canada.
Hi, Canada.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning. We hope you guys are staying safe over there as well.
Yep.
And enjoying we've got rainy weather a little bit, but that's fine. Not going to complain.
It's that time of year, right?
So I'm going to take the apple and we're going to cut this guy up.
And how many strawberries are you going to want?
However many we want.
Okay.
However many we want.
I'll go ahead and wash those. So just pass me what
Thank you.
Okay, here we go.
And we're going to get those washed up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this guy started up over on here, the hot plate. And honey, what would you set this at?
Well, if you want to saute, you crank it to 5.
Okay.
If you want to...
I do want to saute it.
Yeah, so you're going to crank it to 5.
Okay, it's cranked to 5.
And it heats fast, so beware.
Oh, it is sunny over there in Canada right now.
Oh, we're a little jelly.
I'm jealous. Where we want to come hang out, because it's not sunny here.
No, we're due for rain the next couple days. So
the only thing that's sunny here is our smiles.
Oh,
Sunny
he's
smiles.
full of it.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna get the moo.
Yes, the moo.
So we got the moo, guys, and I'm going to just sprinkle a little bit. Oh, you can hear the kitty cats are running around.
Settle down in there, felines.
Add in a little bit of the sugar. You don't have to use too much right now. We'll just add in some more stuff to get it going.
I decided on 5 strawberries. 4 of them are really pretty big size.
4 for me. Well, you have to remember, what if the kids want some?
They're sleeping. They missed that. That's too bad.
Oh well.
Snooze, you lose, right?
Exactly. So I'm going to put in our apple in here, and that's fine. And then I'm going to stir that around. And as that, get my spoon.
Your spoon.
Actually, I'll use this guy right here. So as that sugar starts to, or gets all coated on these, it's going to start to melt. And that's where, and we can we'll add in eventually a little bit of water. But if you want to help me cut up these strawberries, or if you don't want to, you don't have to.
No, I can.
I was just giving you that option.
How big you want these sliced?
Just like I'm doing.
Inside?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to do this just so I have room.
Move it out of the way. So we're adding in our strawberries and our apple. Now, this is another Granny Smith apple.
Little tart, little sweet.
Mm-hmm. just like me. A little sweet. Or is that a lot sweet?
Sure, honey.
Either way, yes, we're definitely having fun.
Yes, and when our spring and summer season progresses, and other berries become more readily available, blueberries, blackberries.
I have to say,
making a berry, raspberries. Oh my gosh, that would be.
It's a little tart.
What is the strawberry?
The strawberry.
Oh, I think they're sweet. But
No,
everybody's taste buds are different.
The one I had had a little bit of tart on it.
Well, it's still early in the season.
Mm-hmm. But it's starting to go.
Yep.
Which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so nice to be able to have this particular, our new gadget sitting here, because then we don't have to keep carrying the computer over to the stove every time we want to show something.
Yeah.
So as this goes, I'm thinking.
So, you guys from Canada, what are you up to this morning? Have you already had your breakfast, or what are your plans for the day?
We'll see.
We'll see.
Let's go ahead. Let's add in. Give me some cinnamon, please. Cinnamon. I'm going to add in. I'm going to take probably about a quarter teaspoon. I might not even use it all. I'm just going to sprinkle it on there. Just get a little bit of the flavor. Yeah, I'm not going to use it all. And then the pumpkin spice, please. Now, these are just all kinds of deliciousness. It has cinnamon, which I added some in there, so it'll be a little bit more. Ginger, nutmeg, allspice.
Having coffee. Yes, I have mine in my giant mug for sure.
Good.
Nothing like a good cup of joe in the morning or in the afternoon or whenever.
And I'm not the coffee guy.
He likes tea. I do too,
tea.
but in the morning
I
need
can't have coffee. Caffeine is not my friend. So I'm going to mix this together. Okay, I'm going to lift this up a little bit so you guys can see. Starting to get going there. So this is going to start breaking down everything inside this delicious,
Yep, they're
fruit.
starting to see this steam rising out of the fruit.
What is the scientific term for what is happening to the fruit right now?
Well, you're starting to heat the water in the fruit, and it's going to evaporate. And that's part of the saute process.
Yes. So I'm learning something. Yes. Thanks, Bill. Bill says no. I need no. And
Bill, have
knows.
you seen him on coffee?
Yeah, Bill.
It's scary.
Well, no, he knows. He knows for my heart wise. So.
Well, yeah.
So, heart wise, we do new coffee. But no, I don't need coffee because I'm just so.
He's a soul full of sunshine, right?
I was afraid of what you were going to say.
I was trying to get sunshine out, and it wasn't coming out.
You almost scared me there for a second. I changed this whole family cooking show into something that's not supposed to be. So this is cooking well, and I want to add.
It smells so delicious right now. You can smell the fruit, the cinnamon, the nutmeg.
How about let's add in a little bit of maple syrup, just a touch.
Well, you already got sugar in there. I think.
I know.
Okay.
Just a little bit of natural maple syrup.
He's the layer flavor man. There you go.
Okay, I
think I'm gonna clean the jar off. Getting a little sticky. It's a little hard to open.
There you go. So add that in, just a little bit, not a ton, and then I'm going.
No.
Oh, okay. You're going to clean that part too.
Yes.
I'm going to add in some raisins, a few raisins, and that pairs really nice. So it was Bill's. A little bit of maple syrup, yes. Bill, this was your sister-in-law's. I saw she had this oatmeal bake that she posted on Facebook yesterday.
Her idea.
And I sat there and I was like, well, we need to have that ourselves. So we've got it in the oven right now, since you're just joining us. And
yes, full of something. Yeah.
that's not very nice.
Thank you, Bill.
Mm-hmm. So this is it smells great in here. It smells like apple pie. It smells like,
That's a great flavor.
yes.
And smell to be wafting through the house, even though the kids are still sleeping.
Yeah, it was it's better than what it smelled like last night. Last night it smelled like fire.
What?
You guys went, Tricia.
We had a little
then-
fire in our chimney
Yes.
on the patio, and we all smelled like smoke. Say
no to raisins. I know some people don't like them.
if you don't like raisins, you definitely don't have to add those.
No, not at all. That's like, you know what? You know what would be great on top of that? And I can actually add it in at the end.
What?
Hold that thought.
I am, because I don't know what the thought is.
Well, I mean, you know what I mean.
Anyways, these are starting to soften up and cook down nicely. So tell everybody how do you know when this mixture is ready?
Well, generally, right now it would basically be a compote. It's once everything gets cooked down and soft, and it gets to the consistency that you want. You don't want to overcook it, because then you don't want
So
it.
you don't want it mush.
You don't want it
completely mushy, liquidy.
Unless if that's what you want.
The apples are still somewhat firm. The strawberries, not all the pieces are cooked, soft yet.
I got steamed.
Yeah, be careful.
I know I leaned over and I got steamed.
But anyways, yes.
So I was thinking sliced almonds. I do
at
not.
the end, I would.
I don't put a lot of nuts on my stuff, because I don't care for a lot of nuts in my food. But almonds,
he'll eat them as a snack, but he
Yes.
doesn't like them in his baked goods and stuff. I'm like,
you give me.
missing out, man.
Oh no, you give me a cashew though.
Bill says, love the raisin.
Yes, the raisins are.
There you go.
I like them. Not everyone does.
No, and they don't have to.
Now, if you could you just give me a little bit of water in here?
Yeah.
And we're just going to add that in there so that we can add more of a sauce to it. And you can just, not the whole thing.
No, I'm going to add about 1/4 of a cup.
Okay, that's good. And to that, I'm building that flavor.
What do you have now?
I
Getting
have
all
a
crazy.
lemon.
Okay.
A lemon. And you know what's good? Let's get that little grater.
Okay. I'll get it. Got it?
Now, I got this for Tricia.
It's the cutest little grater
And-
ever, but it's only for little jobs.
This is, yes.
Let me see. See?
So this
And
is the
it's got
grater.
all the traditional sides. So if you're doing zesting a fruit, or maybe trying to slice a small vegetable, or maybe cheese,
Mhm.
shave a piece off, works really well. But if you have to do lots of stuff, it's not the grater for that. My bless my son's soul. He we were cooking something a while back, and I told him he needed to get out the grater to do it. He took this out, and I looked at him and said, Luke, you're going to be there for 10 years doing that. You need to do the big one out. So yeah, it's for a little job like this.
Yes, and I'm just grating in some of this lemon, and that peel,
The zest.
the zest from it, is going to infuse this beautiful citrus flavor
Oh, it
into
smells so
that.
good. It's just such a fresh, everything is so fresh smelling.
I love this.
Lemon, orange, anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
I used to like it at school. You could tell when somebody was peeling an orange, because you could smell that fresh orange smell.
Mm-hmm. And you can take that peel
Mm-hmm.
and just give it a little twist. Just cut
Get
the
the
peel
oils
off,
out of
throw it in,
yep.
and that will infuse so much flavor in there, because the oil
Yep, the
coming
essential
out
oil
of
of the
it
fruit.
is so.
There's a little bit more zest in there.
I'm checking
Not
to
wasted.
see where the annuals are. Okay.
They're
Okay.
quiet.
They're good right now. Griffin is by the back door. Hannah's sitting over. She's like a little stoic statue. She's sitting on one of the end tables. She loves sitting underneath the lamp because it's warm.
Mhm.
And it's not even on right now, but she's just sitting there and she is
Sleeping.
sleeping.
Taking a nap.
Yeah.
So we have about 14 minutes
Which is
left in
good.
the oven with the oatmeal, which is really good. Did we want to maybe give them a peek on what this looks like?
Ah, yes.
I'll bring this.
Just so you guys see. And you can see, oh, I'm going to get that right there. See, it's nice. It's got a little bit of a sauce going in there. And this is going to go great on top of our oatmeal bake. And I'm so excited about that. And some other stuff that, if you wanted to with the oatmeal bake, you could take it, you could cut it up, put it in a bowl, just add a little bit of milk to it. You don't have to put this on top of it.
No, I mean, you could also top it with, couldn't you top it with a yogurt maybe?
A yogurt.
Or a whipped coconut milk, which we did
milk.
before in that. Oh my gosh. If you're a coconut fan, on our chocolate episode, that was out of this world.
You know what? Guess what?
What? I think we have some in the refrigerator.
We do. Just give me it.
It's on the shelf. I know exactly where it is.
Okay. If you want to grab it.
Okay. Are you looking for the stuff already done?
No, I'm going to make some. No, there's an actual can.
Yeah, I know. I'm just asking.
Okay. So since she brought it up, I'm going to make a little bit. We've got some coconut milk here. And I'm going to get a pan.
A pan, or do you want a bowl?
A bowl. Sorry, my bad. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn this off. We're going to turn this off and we're going to set this. If we can, is it safe to?
No, don't touch it.
Okay. So I'm going to set that aside. I just want to move it so that we can see this a little bit. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to I got some coconut milk. I need another spoon. Give me a metal spoon. Thank you. And I'm going to take some of that coconut milk, put it in here.
I'm going to move this up because
I don't
for safety. You don't need to be calling the fire department.
No, especially right now because that would not be good. We'll just, what we can do? We'll just, if we needed to,
call
we'll
Bill.
just tell Bill.
We don't want to have
tell
to call
Bill
over.
to call John.
Unless it's have the bake.
The almonds we are adding towards the end.
Yeah.
And we can sprinkle that on top. But
there's a whisk.
What'll be nice. All right. I'm going to put a little bit of maple syrup in here. So I've got and generally when you take a can of that out of the pantry, it's going to be, there we go. You're going to have a little bit more liquid in it, but we've had it in the fridge for a while. So all this is coconut milk and a little bit of maple syrup. And I'm just going to whisk this up. And you can do this. You can whisk it until there's peaks on it. And I also found something else out.
What?
Something else good for making a whipped cream is aquafaba.
Yes, which is the juice from chickpeas.
Mm-hmm.
So when you cook them or you buy a can of them, you can save it.
Don't throw that stuff away.
No, you can use it on a lot of stuff.
Egg replacement, you can use it for, whipping.
Mm-hmm.
Making whipping.
Whipping
your whipped topping.
Whipped topping, yeah. Whatever that might be.
So this is, I need a little touch of vanilla.
Okay.
So I'm gonna, got that? Thank you, honey.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm just gonna add in just a little splash, not a lot, not even a quarter teaspoon, just a little. Whoop. Okay, so I added in a quarter teaspoon. I didn't plan on. And I'm gonna, yeah, you can smell that.
Mm-hmm.
Now this, you can put this on ice to get it to whip together. In something I found out when we made a batch of this and we put it inside the fridge, is it comes out and it almost tastes like if you had made like an icing for a cake.
Yeah, I mean, it thickens up when it gets cold, and it, you know.
I thought I lost you there for a second.
No, I was like trying to process what you were trying to say. Again, I'm not done with my first cup of coffee, people. So, you know,
I was like,
pushing his luck.
She was staring at me, and I was like,
I was a little bit in space.
Oh,
speaking of space, the other day, we were watching Lost in Space. You guys remember that show?
Love Lost in Space.
Coffee. I like hazelnut in my coffee or a good French vanilla. I don't do black coffee unless it's. No, I really don't do black coffee. I started out drinking black coffee, and then I discovered creamers, and I was like, oh my gosh. But they have a lot of different kinds of creamers nowadays. They have coconut creamers, almond milk, soy milk, regular old, Coffee Mate or milk, real cream.
Taste this.
So yeah. I know it's good. The things you discover when you play around with food. French vanilla, yes, that's a good one for sure.
I love the smell of coffee. But I just can't drink it at all because the caffeine. That's actually it's. What was it? A little over a year ago, and it was around Christmas time. I was drinking a lot of coffee. I have a press. So I made fresh French roast pressed coffee, and I was like, messing around with it. And I'm like, oh, you got to try it. And then, yeah, that was not good. For me, well, the thing is, he was not feeling very awesome after that. And I'm like, oh, it was 1 cup, but it's concentrated. So, but I got into getting coffee at work. I would stop off and buy a coffee. What's that noise? Is the door open? That was an airplane. Oh, I didn't realize the door was open. Like, what is that noise? Cats, what are you doing in there? But no, I started drinking coffee regularly, and I went into AFib. Yeah, we're not doing that. So that's why we don't do that. So speaking of coffee, I don't know the ages of everybody out there watching, but when I was a kid, the grocery store at the end of the checkout line was the old-fashioned coffee grinder machines. This story. I used to. That's the smell of coffee. It just smells so good. And I just remember on one of my grocery trips with my dad, because my dad did a lot of the grocery shopping. I was waiting at the end of the checkout line, like every kid does, like, come on, hurry up, Dad. And I just decided to kind of touch the machine because I was curious. Well, I didn't know what I was doing. I was like 4 or 5 years old. And I turned it on and it started grinding. Stuff was falling out because there's always grounds left in there. And I got in so much trouble with my dad. But after that, I didn't do it again. But it smelled so good. So what we're going to do, we're going to taste this real quick. I just want to see. It's hot, but it's hot, by the way. That's really good, hon. I can't wait. Now, 5 minutes until the oatmeal bake comes out. Okay, that too. Oh, wow. The consistency is just like whipped cream. It is very light, very airy. It's not, you would think it's overly sweet with the syrup, maple syrup in there. It's not. The vanilla and that and the coconut together it's great. It's very good. It's it'll be nice. I could eat that as a dessert by itself. I could eat this and all of it, but we don't need all that. That. Okay. Small measures. What I'm going to do, go ahead. You want to take that pan off? I'm going to move the hot plate. Be careful. Yep, I got it. It's fine. Do you have a place you're putting that? Yep. Put it right over here. Fire safety 101. So, I got the hot plate out of the way. we're dancing now.
Yes.
And we've got this right here. And I'm going to grab us a couple little plates. You know I have to get special ones.
He's fancy. That's okay. That's what he does. Yep. So, I'm guessing we have about 1.5 cups of this fruit topping and probably about 1 cup of the whipped topping. So you can divvy that up really however you want when you scoop out your oatmeal bake. So I can't wait 3 minutes.
There we go.
Oh, so pretty.
Yes, and we can. So
Would you like me to put the fruit in there?
No, not yet.
No, not yet.
No. Well, we're going to put the bacon here, and then we're going to put the fruit on top, and then we'll put a little bit of that. Hi, Griffin. Griffin, you want to come say hi?
Hey, mister.
Griff. Hi, buddy.
He's our happy-go-lucky fella.
He's a big kitty.
He's a big boy. Careful, look at his hair over here.
Oh, I know.
He sheds very easily. This is Griffin. He was actually born on a farm. The
Yes.
lady that we adopted him from is north of us and had a farm full of all sorts of animals. So he's very friendly, very sociable with everybody and anybody. Very curious.
And he loves during the day when I'll lay on the couch, or if I'm even sitting on the couch, and he likes to come up.
You like our robes? Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I will be sitting in the middle of the couch, and Griffin will come up, and he curls up generally on my right side, and then Milo will come up, and Milo gets jealous, and he has to get in there.
Well, he's a dog.
I know. So
territory.
Hannah, the other day, Tricia got a picture of me laying on the couch with Griffin tucked behind my legs. Hannah was up laying on a blanket next to my head, and Milo was laying in front of me.
It was like
I was the animal whisperer.
Animal whisperer. That's what I call him sometimes.
I'm going to pull out this bacon.
All right, it's coming out of the oven.
So you want to move that pan, and I'll just pull this out, and you want to set it over here.
I'll
Got it?
certainly do that.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Look at that.
Oh, it smells
That
like
smells
it.
so good.
This reminds me
Of a crisp.
of
almost.
apple crisp, but
Yes.
the thing is, the toppings, the oatmeal is mixed throughout, so it's not just the layer on the top of the fruit on the bottom; it's all together. So thank you for the idea.
Yes, Lorna, thank you. Do you think I should sprinkle this on?
I think
top
you
of that
should
now?
serve it, then
And then
sprinkle it.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a large spoon. Is that large enough, honey? Got a spoon.
Sure. Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to
Scoop
dish
it
this
in.
out. Oh, and it does remind me so much of a crisp.
Mm-hmm. It does.
And it smells so good.
So are you gonna wait till you top it off?
I'm gonna get everything in there.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, so we've got that.
I would recommend you let this cool a bit before you shove it in your mouth because it's pretty hot out of the oven.
It is. But for the sake of being able to show you guys how delicious it is, I'm gonna move this off here. And let's go ahead, and if you want to
Top it with some fruit.
top it with some fruit.
Okay.
Top it like it's hot. Did you get that one? Top it like it's hot.
Oh my. He's trying his hand at wrapping
No,
Or-
trust me.
for Snoop Dogg to be like, what are you doing? Yeah.
Um,
Do you want some of this on there?
Yeah, I actually want to put a dollop on there.
Go ahead.
We'll take it, and so you guys can see it. Put nice dollop on there. Maybe a little bit more.
Okay.
Okay.
With your food again.
And then, last but not
I'm gonna
least,
sprinkle sprinkle some almonds on it.
And put.
Yay.
These are just slivered almonds, sliced almonds, not slivered.
I think it, slivered to be like in the
Yes.
little thin stick like
Good.
top.
I love almonds when they're cut
They're
up
fresh.
like that.
Cut,
Yeah. So that's by Diamond. Diamond has a lot of different packaged
Varieties.
nuts out there.
Yep, in the
All right.
baking aisle. All right.
Go ahead and get this down a little bit.
Okay, here we go. We're going to taste test this.
Mm-hmm.
Be careful not to burn your mouth.
I want to get.
Oh.
I know. That's
Fruit
why.
fruit down.
That's why I'm trying to get. So here we go. Ready, honey?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good. Wow. And packed full of energy for the day.
Oh my gosh, yes.
High in fiber. And
you know what that means.
it's heart healthy. That's what that means.
Exactly. It's heart healthy. Very high in fiber.
And then you have that crunch of the almonds on the top. That's really good.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys want to try this, it's totally worth it. And you can make a big batch.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to have brunch with the family or with everybody being home,
You can
kids are
do
home
a
from
Zoom.
college.
Zoom it.
Yeah. this
There's
is a
that.
good
What's
thing.
that commercial where the kid makes the same dinner that his family's having, and they Zoom?
Yeah.
You
I
can
don't
do that
remember
too.
the who sponsored that, but yeah, that was a
I like
cool
that.
commercial.
This
Yep.
is really good.
Yes, it's delicious.
And you
guys
know
should
what?
try it.
Would you say it's very, very sweet? I don't think it's very sweet.
No, it's not. You would think with all the fruit and the different flavors going on here that it would be super sweet. It's not at all.
No.
It's just the right balance of sweet and
You know what you could do?
oatmeal-y.
You could
earthy, I guess. I don't know. How would you describe oatmeal's flavor? Oatmeal tastes like oatmeal.
Tastes like oats.
Mm-hmm.
We could drizzle some more maple syrup on it too. I won't
It's
right now,
perfect
but
just
you
like
could
this. You don't need to.
if you wanted to. So, this is really good.
It is.
I need a little. I want to put a little bit more topping on there.
Well,
I like that because it adds. I like the coconut notes in there. That adds really, really nice pairs well. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for joining us. I hope you guys have a great day, rest of the day. Tricia's going to get to work, and then I'm going to have to get to work. Maybe get some more Z's.
Z's?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you said disease. I was like,
No,
what?
no, we don't.
That's now, no, we don't want that. No.
More Z's, not more disease. But gotta be careful with that.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for tuning in, guys. It was great chatting with you, and tune in for more.
Tune in for more. And, join us once again on Make My Food Awesome. And, okay, Tricia's going to sing the next episode.
No.
She's going to do some singing for us, which is fine. So I think this is going to be gone before the kids get home.
You need to share.
I am. I'm sharing with you.
All right, guys. We'll see you later.
You
Bye.
guys take care. Join us once again. And be safe, please.
Yeah, be safe.
Love you guys.
Bye.